Well, folks, I'm excited today to welcome back to the channel Mr. D Knight. It's been a while since he submitted a video here on the channel, but we're excited to have him back. I want to start off by sending out my condolences to D Knight and his family. He lost his mother recently, and man, our hearts go out to you. We love you, we support you, and we're just trying to send as much love and positive energy your way as we can. Thank you so much for being a voice here in the pro-democracy movement, and thank you for your contributions here on the channel, and always encouraging people to subscribe. You're truly appreciated, you're loved, and we're glad to have you back. And today, Dee's going to be talking to us about Donald Trump and what exactly does he have to hide. He won't sit down for a 60-minute interview. He won't debate Kamala again. He won't release his medical records. And about the only thing he's doing these days is standing around and dancing to opera music. So we have a whole lot of questions for when it comes to Donald Trump. If you haven't already, though, be sure to go over to Dee's channel. I've got it tagged here in the description of this video. Give him a subscribe and follow what it is that he does. He's great at it, and we're so glad to have him back here on the channel. We're going to take a look here at this clip from Kamala Harris, and then Dee's going to take it away. Welcome back, Dee.
And he's not, but here's the thing, North Carolina, and he's not being transparent with the voters. He's not being transparent. So check this out. He refuses to release his medical records. I've done it. Every other presidential candidate in modern era has done it. He is unwilling to do a 60 Minutes interview. Like every other major party candidate has done for more than half a century. He is unwilling to meet for a second debate. And here's the thing. It makes you wonder. Why does his staff want him to hide away? One must question, are they afraid that people will see that he is too weak and unstable to lead America? Is that what's going on?
Yo, what up? This is D Knight from the Part of the Insurrection Podcast, coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, on behalf of my friend Tennessee Brando. Kudos to our guy. He's killing the YouTube game. 300,000 plus YouTube subscribers thanks to your support. And if you had to do so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And that was Kamala Harris asking the questions that every American deserves the answers to. What in the world is going on with Donald Trump? Where are his medical records? And why is this team trying to hide him from America? He's already ducked out of a second debate with Kamala Harris after the disaster that was the first debate. He's also ducked the 60 Minutes interview that he originally agreed to do. And his team is even pulling him in the middle of podcast interviews. What is going on here?
I see my people are going crazy over there.
Oh, that's it?
At a certain point, you don't mind if they go crazy, but then you say, okay, it's time to go. Time to go, right? Okay.
Now, is Donald Trump having his interview on the Full Send podcast cut short? Here's a clip of CNBC talking about Trump canceling their interview with him.
Well, Trump canceled, and he was going to come on. So, and I said, when you come on, we'll be able to say you came, and I didn't talk to him personally, but I said, yeah.
Now, what is it that the Trump campaign might be trying to hide from the American public? Well, Kamala Harris may have nailed it again.
I invite the public to watch his rallies and be the decision maker on his acuity. And you will see in his rallies how he goes off on tangents, how he is not focused on the needs of the American people with solutions to the issues that concern them the most.
A few moments later.
They want to do things like no more cows and no windows in buildings. They have some wonderful plans for this country.
Here's a clip of Trump appearing to suffer from cognitive decline as he asks his supporters to vote for him on January 5th.
It will be, I'll tell you, if everything works out, if everybody gets out and votes on January 5th or before,
Also at his rally in Pennsylvania, Trump was again obsessed with Hannibal Lecter. God only knows why.
And whenever I go, Hannibal Lecter, you know what I'm talking about, they always go the fake news. That's a lot of fake news back there, too. But they always mention, you know, it's a way of demeaning. They just say, Hannibal Lecter, why would he mention? Well, you know why? Because he was a sick puppy, and we have sick puppies coming into our country. I figure that's that's better than wasting a lot of words. You just say Hannibal Lecter, we don't want him, but they always sort of say, why would he say that? They do it for a lot of reasons.
Then halfway through Trump's rally, it only got stranger from there, if you can possibly believe that, where instead of having a Q&A session with attendees at the rally, he instead decided to turn it into a 40-minute stream of him playing Just Dance, except he wasn't playing the video game.
Hinged, Trump once again attacked Harris's IQ and then abruptly ended his event and he danced a lot.
Go and vote. Let me hear that music, please.
Everyone, let's thank President
loud,
Trump.
Nice and loud. Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud.
Here we go, everybody.
CNN's Isaac Dovere is with us now. All right, what the heck is going on here? Because this lasted for more than a half an hour. It's basically half of the Trump town hall there in the very important state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Sarah, the former president was there to answer questions about his campaign and what he would do as president again from voters. There were 2 medical incidents, 2 people who collapsed in the crowd were getting treated by doctors, and the former president decided that the thing that he would do instead of continuing to answer questions would be to start calling out songs that he would want played and to dance. As you say, the super clip that you did there, or supercut, was some of what happened, but it went on for 39 minutes of Donald Trump calling out songs and dancing, and people in the crowd seemed to be somewhat confused. I was noticing in the clip that you were just playing there, you can see one of the people who was standing on stage with him checking things on his phone while this is going on. So that's how the former president spent his night.
No, really. That actually happened. Now, I'm no licensed medical professional, but what I will say is that a couple of weeks before a presidential election where the results could determine whether or not you end up in the White House or in prison, I would say it's not a good sign of your mental acuity or your cognitive abilities to forget that you're in the middle of a televised town hall meeting and instead break out into an hour-long game of Dance Dance Revolution. Now, given that the media obsessed over President Biden's health after a subpar debate performance where it was likely caused by simply being under the weather, I can only assume that the media will spend the next couple of weeks totally obsessing over the possibility of Trump's mental decline. Who am I kidding? We know they're not going to do that. They're absolutely in the bag for Trump. They're not going to do anything that can endanger his chances of winning a presidential election. But given the fact that we clearly see evidence that Trump is not mentally fit to run the United States government, we clearly wouldn't want anyone in such a state to, I don't know, be in control of the military, because they could perhaps order the use of the military against American citizens. Well, you never guess which presidential candidate already made that declaration.
Are you expecting chaos on Election Day?
No, I don't think so. Not from the side that votes for Trump.
But I'm just wondering if these outside agitators will start up on Election Day. Let's say you win. I mean, let's remember, you've got 50,000 Chinese nationals in this country in the last couple of years. Yeah. You've got people on the terrorist watch list, 350 in the last couple of years. You've got, like you said, 13,000 murderers and 15,000 rapists. Right. What are you expecting? Joe Biden said he doesn't think it's going to be a peaceful Election Day.
Well, he doesn't have any idea what's happening in all fairness. He spends most of his day sleeping. I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within
Not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. By the way, totally destroying our country. The towns, the villages, they're being inundated. But I don't think they're the problem in terms of election day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military, because they can't let that happen.
Now, if he doesn't have the sanity or self-control to refrain from breaking out into a dance party in the middle of a town hall that could possibly determine whether or not he becomes the president of the United States, an office that he needs to stay out of prison, it's entirely likely that if he does somehow manage to take power, he won't have the sanity or self-control to refrain from using the military against American citizens. And if you enjoyed this video or you're terrified beyond belief, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And you can find me on my podcast, Pardon the Insurrection, available everywhere podcasts are found, and also here on YouTube.